Hello everyone, and welcome to the first episode in a brand new series on my channel. In this series, we'll be looking at games in Crash Bandicoot's history that never got to see the light of day, that were at some point or another in development but were ultimately cancelled. We'll be looking at the concepts behind these games, background into their development, and why they ended up being cancelled. Today, we are taking a look at Crash Bandicoot Worlds, a game intended to be Crash's PlayStation 2 debut. Let's begin. During development of the original trilogy, the way publishers Universal treated developers Naughty Dog was poor to say the least. The only person they seemingly had a good relationship with was executive producer Mark Cerny. Due to their poor treatment they received, Naughty Dog cut ties with Universal after CTR and became a first-party developer for Sony. With the next generation of consoles looming, Universal were looking to make the transaction. And though by this point Mark Cerny had left Universal to work for Sony, they approached him to come on board as a designer due to his prominent role in the series thus far. With that, he laid out his vision for the game. It was under the working title Crash Bandicoot Worlds. And though not much is known about the game, Cerny has revealed that the game would have had open, free-roaming environment as opposed to the linear level structure we knew at the time. It would have featured Crash battling the elements, perhaps in the form of this female character concept who seems to possess elemental powers. Based off this draft logo, it's also possible that the game would see Crash travelling to different planets, hence the subtitle Worlds. At this stage, the game was also intended to be a PlayStation 2 exclusive. However, this game never made it past Cerny's initial concept. So, why was it cancelled? Well, Traveller's Tales was brought on to be the developer, yet Mark Cerny's position as a designer was never really established. And within the pre-production timeframe, Universal unsurprisingly not only fell out with Mark Cerny, but also Sony for that matter, perhaps explaining why the franchise went multi-platform as opposed to a PlayStation exclusive. Not only that, but Universal were also worried having Traveller's Tales on board as opposed to Naughty Dog. They feared any form of radical departure from the established formula, and made Traveller's Tales stick to the original format with little deviation. Yet they still wanted them to meet a very strict release deadline, only giving them a very tight 12 months to do everything in, mostly starting from scratch. The end result of that was what we know as Crash Bandicoot: The Wrath of Cortex. Though Mark Cerny's original vision never came to be, certain aspects did wind up in the final product, though in different ways. Mainly the elemental theme, though instead of having a single villain as initially thought of, we instead saw the elemental masks. It's a fascinating look at what Crash's 6th generation debut could have been, and perhaps why the Wrath of Cortex ended up the way it is. And of course, only further proving the sheer incompetence of the original license holders. But that is all for today. I hope you all learned something new here. All information is from crashmania.net. Head over there to find out more. Like and subscribe to stay up to date with more content, and be on the look for more of these cancelled game videos. Thank you all so much for watching, everyone. Take care.